There are 5 pitfalls that you need to avoid when starting and running a general contracting business. And if you don't, you can literally destroy your business overnight. My name is Quindemil, founder of I Am Builders, and we are a construction estimating and consulting firm where we specialize in working with busy contractors in winning more construction projects. So today, what I want to share with you are 5 pitfalls that a lot of general contracting businesses fall in when they're trying to grow their construction business and trying to run their business. The enemy of every single contractor in America is time. Contractors are busy, they're stressed, they're going to job site meetings. You might be missing out on projects that you could have won because you just can't get to them. And you know what? It's not your fault. It's just the way construction is. So one of the missions that I've done was I always like to create strategies and prepare solutions to all these things, which is why as a side note, one of the things that we do is we estimate projects for contractors. So if you feel that you need some help estimating, we can always give you a hand with that. You can call my office or go to iambuilders.com and we can help you with that. When my phone rings every single day, I hear things like, I can't get to every project, or how do I get more leads? Or I want to grow my construction business, but there's no time. I can't win any new projects. There's a very, very real need out there in the industry. And I hope if you're here watching this video is because you want to grow your business. And I want to make sure that I give you the exact strategy so that you don't fall into these pitfalls and make these mistakes that can ruin you. Now, what are the 5 pitfalls that you need to avoid? Number 1, the reason most contractors are losing $400,000 a month and they don't even know it. Number 2, why you actually lose money when you're on your own. Number 3, how easy it is for your business to become stagnant. Number 4, why you're probably losing bids right now. And number 5, why there's clients that you're probably missing out on. So number 1, why are most contractors giving up $400,000 a month in contracts? Most contractors don't realize this, but whenever you're passing up on projects because you can't estimate them or you can't bid them or you can't get to them, you're giving up revenue in your company. So my team and I, we did an analysis, and the average contract value in construction is between $200,000 and $400,000 per project. Let's say your average is, let's say $400,000 per project. The law of large numbers says that out of 10 jobs, you're going to win at least 1. And most contractors, they're getting invites in their email. They're getting at least 2 or 3 a week minimum that they're either passing up or they just don't pay attention to because they're just too busy with the day-to-day activities in the company that they don't have enough time to focus on their sales. So the number 1 killer of construction businesses, remember I told you I was going to show you pitfalls to avoid. The number 1 killer of construction companies is being so busy that you can't estimate. Why is that bad? Because what you're going to do is you're going to go into this yo-yo effect. And the yo-yo effect basically is when you're not that busy, you're going to have free time. So you're going to spend a lot of time bidding jobs. But then when you land those jobs, you're going to get so consumed with the day-to-day activities that you stop bidding jobs. And what happens? There's a sales cycle of 3 to 6 months that it takes to actually land a job. So 3 to 6 months later, after you landed these jobs, you're going to run out of work. And what happens? You have crews, you have piece workers, subcontractors, you have employees. These guys are depending on their salaries. And the moment they sniff that there's no work, they're going to move on. They're going to leave you real quick. There's zero loyalty. Nowadays in construction, there's no loyalty. So those guys will leave you for an extra $1 per hour if they could. So you have to make sure that you have consistent work for your subs, for your piece workers, for your employees. So the key to that is consistently estimating. And what happens is if you don't consistently estimate, you're going to have gaps. Yeah, maybe the first few months you're going to have great billables, but then the next few months you're going to be without projects, without invoicing. And then you're going to freak out because, oh my gosh, I have expenses, I have payroll, I have this, and I can't pay everybody. So the trick to that is you have to consistently bid. Depending on how big you are, maybe you're doing 2 or 3 jobs a week. Maybe you should be doing 5 jobs a week. I strongly believe that a general contractor that's trying to grow their business should be bidding a minimum of 20 jobs per month. And any subcontractor needs to be bidding at least 60 projects per month. So let me ask you a question. Where are you in that spectrum? Are you bidding 10 jobs a month? Are you bidding 20? Are you bidding 5? Are you bidding 1? Right there is the biggest killer of businesses because you can't sustain your business if you don't have potential projects. So again, if you need help estimating, we're here for you. We can give you a hand with that. So number two, why you lose money when you're on your own. Whenever I give my pitch to potential clients, I hear often, why don't I just do it myself? Or why don't I just estimate the jobs myself? Or a lot of contractors, they have this like badge of honor that they're running their whole business by themselves and they're selling this much, and they're running all these contracts themselves. And while, yeah, maybe you feel like Superman, the truth is that you're stagnating your business. You're stuck. You're not going to be able to grow. And in another video, I talk about how to delegate key positions, key parts of your company so that you can focus on actually growing and scaling your business. But if you are by yourself, if you're trying to do everything, contractors, what do? You're the accountant, you're the estimator, you're the salesperson, you're the delivery guy, you're the guy that goes to the meetings, you're the guy that pays the bills, you're the bookkeeper, you're the superintendent. And in some cases, you're the guy hanging in the drywall. So you can't do it all yourself. It's impossible. Maybe you want to work 100 hours a week, but there is a limit that you're going to get stuck. The better way is to delegate your project management, your estimating, your accounting, hire key people, or believe it or not, nowadays with technology, you can hire a bookkeeper that could do your books, hire an estimating firm like ours. You can have a project manager. That guy does need to be in-house. As a matter of fact, somebody I know is an experienced superintendent, and he's also a PM. And there's these developers and these contractors that hire him on a 1099 basis. So he's like a freelancer. So there's ways around it where maybe you don't want the payroll. Maybe you just want to hire a guy for one job. That is possible. Go on Indeed, talk to people, see if people are interested in doing it like that. If not, what I recommend in the long run is you build up your team. Get a superintendent to run your jobs. You should have one superintendent per job, max, maybe even one superintendent for every 2 jobs. You should have a project manager running your projects. You should have somebody doing your accounting and all your billing and your money. You should have somebody watching over your money. You need somebody doing your estimating. I know that sometimes hiring an estimator can cost like $100,000 a year. The alternative is a company like ours. We do it on demand, so you're able to do it per project. I'm not trying to sell you, but what we spent a lot of time on was developing a solution for busy contractors, and this is what it is. It's doing the estimating for you. Hey, so what do you think so far? What challenges are you having in running your business? Go ahead and put your comment below. Number 3, how easy it is to become stagnant in your business. Leads are one of the key things. I talk about this like in almost every single video, that you need to have a system to bring in new leads, fresh leads, and also repeat business leads, because leads are what's going to fuel your business. It's like oxygen for your company. Without oxygen, your business is going to suffer. What I highly recommend is a lead platform like the Blue Book or Dodge, or one of these online platforms that's going to connect you with your ideal customer, your ideal client. These guys are looking for bids, so I highly recommend them. So the ones that I like to recommend is number 1, the Blue Book, Building Connected, and Dodge. Those are the top 3 that I think you'll really, really benefit from. And you get those leads in, you're going to estimate those jobs, and you're going to negotiate those jobs. So the trick in this business is bidding as many jobs of the type that you want to bid as possible. Remember, the more jobs you bid, the more you're going to land. When you do your initial calculations, figure for every 10 jobs you bid, you're going to land 1 or 2. So when you're starting to deconstruct, like, okay, in order to do this, I need to sell, in order to grow my company, I want to start selling, $100,000 contracts. I want to do an extra 1. Aside from what I'm already doing, I want to do an extra 1 per month, and then an extra 2 per month, then an extra 4 per month, and then try to compound it. As you grow your sales, you have to grow your operations on the team, your operations side of the business, because now you start landing more jobs. Now you need to fill those positions. You need project manager, you need superintendents, you need people that can manage the accounting. I talked about that a second ago. And then once you start talking to these potential clients, what you want to do is you want to invest in the actual estimators and the project managers. Get to know them, visit them, go to their offices, build a genuine relationship with them, because let's face it, we are in a people business. We're not in the construction business. We are in the people and sales business. Even though we have technology and digital takeoff software and all that stuff, the way contracts are won is by shaking hands, face-to-face conversations, taking clients out to dinner, passing by their offices, job walkthroughs, networking events, things like that. That's how you win projects. Number 4, why you are losing jobs right now. The biggest pitfall that I see so many contractors falling in is they spend the time to get the leads. They go to all these events and they go to people's offices and get the leads. They estimate the jobs. They submit their proposal, and then they just cross their fingers and go ghost. No follow-up. I remember like a year ago, I was doing, one of my clients asked me to get him subcontractors for his project. So I put out a bid invite. He was a GC developer preparing, it was a 3 building apartment building complex it was for actually for veterans. And he said, can you get me subs? Because there's a project that we're planning on putting through financing and getting subs right away. So it doesn't have to really get bid. It's not the traditional scenario. So I got subs for him. And one of the things I noticed was people would send me invites. I put on the blue book, and I started getting a lot of invites from like these people. I had no clue who they are. No phone calls, no emails. I would just get like, hey, thank you for inviting us to bid. Here's your proposal from a floor company, from a concrete company, from an electrician. I'm like, who are these people? I have no clue who they are. So I don't know how good they are. I don't know if they're qualified to do this type of project. I don't know. What was going through my mind was we're getting numbers, and then what do I want to do? I want to look at the low bidder because that's all I can go with. The secret in this business to getting premium rates is building those relationships in person, letting them know who you are so that you can bid the right amount. You don't have to always be the low bidder. The other thing is when you do follow up, you're going to stay in the top of their mind, of your client's mind. You're going to have time to negotiate the job. You're going to be able to lower and adjust your price. They might even ask you like, hey, I want to change this. What do you think? What's a better way to do it? And then you can value engineer the job. So you want to start getting involved because then you become a part of the team. Hey, make sure you subscribe below and click the bell icon so you can be notified every time we launch a new video. And number 5, the clients you're missing out on right now. If you are not online, if you don't have an online presence, you're probably missing out on potential projects. So I talk a lot about branding, about perceived value. And what you want to do is you have to have a website. Nowadays, yeah, we're in a face-to-face business. You're going to shake hands. You're going to meet people. But let's say you're going to a homeowner's house to go do a remodel, or you're meeting a new general contractor, or you're meeting a new architect. How powerful is it that you pass out your business card and they can go and go, oh, www.iambuilders.com. Let me look at their portfolio. Let me look at what they've done. Let me look at their stuff. That's the first thing I do when I'm evaluating a new subcontractor is let me see what they've done. Let me see what they're doing. If they're doing the types of projects that I'm going to need, let me see their craftsmanship. Let me see, are they doing like rinky-dinky projects? Are they doing big, nice, like luxury projects? Or those are the things that you have to look at because remember, at the end of the day, your client is evaluating if they want to take the risk with you to spend hundreds and thousands or maybe even millions of dollars on this project. So you have to give them your best foot forward. By having a website, you're going to be able to do that. If you're on the residential side, you need to be bringing in leads through the online platforms like a digital marketing agency that can do all of your Google ads and things like that. If you want to do that, I could recommend somebody. So give my office a call and we can definitely help you with that. I can refer somebody for you. But you need a website and you need a portfolio online. Very, very, very important. Now, if you're serious about growing your construction business, I prepared a free video training so that you can watch on how to get unlimited leads and how to estimate those projects on autopilot so that you can keep growing your business and doing really what matters. So over the last few years, we've developed all these strategies, and it's literally a copy and paste formula that you can put in your business right now so that you can start growing your company almost overnight. You can explode it. You can multiply your sales almost in the next 90 days. You won't even recognize your business. So go ahead and watch that training. It's iambuilders.com/training, or it's going to be in the description below, or there's going to be a blue button if you're on our website right below this video. Go check that out, and I look forward to helping you grow your construction business.